Hey guys, I'll just give it a few minutes to see if people can come. Hopefully Chris can make it. There seems to be some drama happening and people apparently telling her that she's not liked. Hoping to clear that up for her. Hey Marcy, how are you? This is an impromptu live, so I doubt there'll be many people.
Hi.
Hi ladies.
Hello.
Hold on. I think I'm going to be.
Somebody's got two going. Is it me or you?
It's me. It's always me. Hold on.
Okay, I got it.
Got it.
Are
Okay.
we good now?
Yep.
I'm usually on the other side of this studio part. I'm sorry. Can I bug y'all for just a second and like overstep for a minute? I
Yeah.
just got home. I've been gone all day. So I'm
Yes,
not
you have.
100% in this, and I don't want any drama, especially after what I've been through and what I went through last night. But I
Right.
had to come up and I wanted to say that what I've heard about it, I didn't read it myself. I didn't go into it. That Chris, I am so sorry that these things were said to you, and none of us feel that way. So I felt like after all the love I received last night that I couldn't just not say something when someone's telling someone they shouldn't exist as I felt before, so I have to go to bed. I'm exhausted, and I just wanted to be able to say that and clear that up, that I support you, Chris, and I'm sorry that you're going through this.
Okay, thanks for coming up. There's
Hi,
Chris now.
Chris. She's here. Fine. Good.
I hope you
Chris
get some good sleep, B.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And Chris,
Baby,
you
I love you, and I'll
want
call
to.
you in the morning.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Dolphins.
Bye.
Bye.
Chris,
Okay.
can you replay this from the start and listen to what B just said? And thank you, Terry, for doing this, by the way. As you know, I told you I was going to go live, but thank you for beating me to it.
I'm just trying to work my way over to find
It's just disgusting, and it's so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary, and I don't want to make this like an ugly, ugly thing. AT.
yeah, I'm what is
It's under glitter me softly.
Glitter me softly.
I'm gonna go grab a water real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, Tira, unfortunately, Chris is catching your strays. It seemed that glitter wanted to go off on you, and Bliss decided to join in on that in the comments.
Oh, of course, Bliss.
Yeah. And Chris made a very innocuous statement. And Glitter basically told Chris that she should go play in traffic. Nobody wanted her. You don't do, oh, no. This was Glitter saying this to her. You don't, when people open up and they admit that they have, mental illness and that they have problems, you don't isolate them. You don't insult them. You don't. Chris, you're wanted here. Glitter has no right to speak for me. She has no right to speak for B, for Terry Lynn, for Tara. I know, Chris. She did. She did. Yeah.
I'm just seeing it right now. But no, she's definitely not speaking for me.
B just came on and said that. If you listened to that earlier, B's had a long day. She's been on the road literally since like 9 o'clock this morning. And, Chris wants to come up, Terry.
Yeah, the link is there.
The link should be at the top.
Okay, Chris, let's just keep it cool though. Like, I don't want emotions to get, we have Shelly.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh my god, this is so scary.
We're here.
Okay.
Hi, darling.
I just wanted to get on here to tell Chris that you are loved and I like you and I don't hate you and that don't let anyone get to you, okay?
You're doing
And
great.
You are amazing, okay?
Shelly.
So yeah, I'm in my bathroom because everyone's laying down and I'm really, really, really scared
I know,
to be
I
on
can
live
see
right
it.
now. But Chris, you're amazing, okay? And I just love you, girl. I just love you. And don't let anyone upset you or get you down, okay? And I'm gonna get down now. I'm really, really, really nervous to do this, but I thought it was very important that Chris heard me say that she is loved and that I love her and I adore her. So
thanks for doing that, Shelly.
yeah. So bye, guys. I will listen to you guys, but I'm gonna jump down. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Have a good night.
Shelly, I love you. Thank you.
Love you too. Bye.
Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
what with all the snow?
You got the, hi, Laura.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Tara.
Terry, I need to grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Chris.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was going on. When I responded is when the first time I saw your message. And that's not how any of us feel. In the beginning, we had our issues, but you've made a lot of positive moves
I was
towards
going through
being
such a
better.
difficult time,
Well,
just
we
losing.
know that.
Honey, I read what was said, and as soon as you told me, Chicago, I need you. I don't know how to get in touch with you, so I was right away. It's like the only thing I could think of was to go live, and I was talking to Terry at the same time, and Terry's like, "I'm going to go live too," because she saw what you had written. I assume that's where you saw it, Terry.
Yeah.
And they're wrong for doing that, Chris. They're wrong. There's no excuse for glitter.
She puts my children down. My children are 32 and 25. My son is a highly decorated Marine that fights for the freedom for that piece of filth to have the space on this YouTube to have a channel and to speak to people the way she does.
We thank your son for his service, of course.
My daughter is a 32-year-old store manager of a major retail store. She's a wonderful mother to my 8-month-old grandson. They live 15 minutes away from me. With my son being in the military, obviously, he's sometimes not close to me. He's not in a place where I can spend the time that I want to spend with him.
But honey, he's coming home to his mommy.
But and that's exactly what I told her. I said he transferred to Florida because he wants to be close to his mama, his dad, his sister, his nephew. I have a beautiful daughter-in-law. I have 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws. And to hear her say that my whole family hates me, to hear her of all people, say my husband is out there cheating on me and that's why I have nothing better to do.
I'm gonna fill in curls real quick. I'm gonna mute myself, but I'm
Okay.
right here.
I did type and let her
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Do I talk about my dogs? Yes, I do. I love my dogs. My dogs and my cats are my whole, besides my grandson, like I said, my children are grown. I've done my job.
Chris, can you go to the beginning? Some people in chat have no idea what's going on. Can you explain it from your point of view? What happened tonight?
I am not a fan of Glitter Me Softly. She is not a fan of me. There are always constant little innuendos about me in her posts. She won't directly say my name, but she's called me Tara's minion for so long that when that word is used, I know who she's talking about. Bliss Chris had made a comment on a post that she posted today, that Glitter posted earlier. And I made an innocuous comment back to Bliss.
You did. It was very innocuous.
It was basically proving to them that they all sit around and they watch our lives, they listen to our lives. That's what my innocuous statement was about. If you're so not bothered by us, then why are you all sitting around watching our lives?
Yeah.
And after that, Tracy, who is also Glitter, basically told me that there was no community out in YouTube that wanted me, that nobody in this community even really liked me. But if I was good for a view, then they would take it, and that you all just put up with me. I was told that I am a POS mother, I don't know how to raise children, that my husband cheats on me with other women, that I talk more about my dogs than I do my that's because I don't go real life. I'm not going to drag my grandchild onto the internet.
Absolutely, you're correct.
Yeah.
You're allowed to speak on what you want to speak on. Everyone is.
You know, if I'm going to go real life, it's going to be about me and me only. I don't have the right to put the rest of my family out there like that. Especially an 8-month-old baby, for that side to criticize, harass, try to make up some kind of crazy child corn lies. We all know how they operate over there.
Yeah.
I was told I look like I've been chewed up and spit out by wolves, that I probably have nothing but dog and cigarette breath,
I
that
read it and got sick. I read it and it literally just made me want to puke.
like
Especially
I
after
am
the
not, when I say all this, I am not lying.
we know, Chris. We
She
know
told
that.
me my house smelled like dog urine. How does she know?
She doesn't. She
I don't
doesn't.
have tiny little chihuahuas who pee in the house. I'm sorry to say that for any small dog owners, but small dogs are the hardest to house train.
Yeah.
I agree, Curls.
They were just looking for anything to poke at you.
That bitch got me today.
Well, you know what? This is to your benefit. This is to your benefit. It backfired on her. So
Hi,
she thought you
Brandy.
didn't have a community? Is that what she thought, Chris? She
No,
thought you had
you
people.
saw it, Chicago. You saw her say, nobody likes me.
And where are you right now? Me and Terry Lynn and I both at the same time had the same thought to start a live to bring you on. Look at my comment section. Look
Exactly,
at
yep.
your mentions on YouTube, Chris. I kept commenting to you. I said, we're going live. Because you don't have a community. You're not a part of my community. I'm a little channel. I'm a big mouth, but I'm a little channel. You're part of my community, Chris.
And y'all don't understand that. I really do adore you, ladies.
We do too. And you're not hearing anything from our mouths because we don't feel that way. Especially
And Chris, you know that how many times have you seen me tell people off in my chat when I don't like them? I would
Oh,
have
a
told
lot.
you. I would
Yes.
tell you if that's how I felt.
Did we not get to see a nice striptease last
And that's why it just, like I said, I'm not mad. Like, her insults don't listen. I can listen to that crap all day long, but I finally feel like I've done my due diligence and made my amends within a community
And you did.
that I fit into.
You did. You
None of
absolutely.
us are perfect. And at least we can all take accountability.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I
And it
commend your
just hurt me
manager.
so much. Y'all don't, my childhood trauma, the trauma that I've dealt with my whole life, the constant criticism. For as much as I love my mother was my worst critic.
And that's the way, sadly, that is with a lot of people. But you've had a lot of trauma this year.
I've
And
had a
it's,
lot of trauma my whole life.
yes. I meant to say, I know you have. And you're honest enough to come and admit that, you're sick. You admitted that the first time I ever heard you. You said, yes, I have mental illness. Yes, I do.
Yes, I will not lie about that. There's no reason to. I think people who feel like they have to hide that fact, I think it's horrible that they can't speak their truth.
Well, you just saw what happens to people who speak their truth. People use it against them, as those two young ladies just did to you. And
I don't think young ladies is a good term for them.
they're young ladies. They're inexperienced. They have small children. They don't have grown kids like us. Our kids are grown. Our kids love us. Our kids move mountain and earth to be with
And that's
us.
like I ask her, how come every response or comment that you want to tear something down, but she wants to talk about how everybody else dirty deletes. She doesn't this. Look, she is a liar. Because I put exactly. My son is a Marine who fights for you to run your trap.
Yeah.
I put it all out there. That comment is somehow gone from her channel now.
Well, you know what? It could be held for review
I
by
was just
YouTube.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Sometimes they do
No, I
that.
said nothing ugly. I didn't say anything that would have triggered YouTube to hold. Listen, that's one thing I'm going to tell y'all. I'm done running around making threats and calling people names and
Yeah.
all that
But she
stuff.
can have blocked words that you don't even know about. Because we can each put our own list of words that if you try to say it. Okay, Terry Lynn was blocked from, I forget whose channel, because we blocked Lynn because that was my name and they were doxing me over and over again. So we put Lynn in
Yep.
there.
That was
So
on
Terry
B's channel.
on B's channel. She was a paying member and couldn't speak because the word Lynn, and her name is Terry Lynn. She couldn't even speak until we figured out it was my name and remove it.
I know she deleted the comment because I went back and I confronted her about deleting the comment.
Okay. I'm trying to be, we are better. It's just
Yeah.
with age comes a certain wisdom. You know that, right, Chris? They're kids.
I just think that people, I think what it is that I am in a position in my life and the life that I live, the lifestyle within which I live.
Yeah.
I command a certain amount of respect. And Chicago, are you in Chicago?
I've lived in Chicago for 47 years.
Okay.
I'm an hour outside of Chicago now.
Well, you're probably pretty well informed of the fact
She is, Tara, very mad.
that if I really wanted to put a stop to her,
Yes. One of my good friends, Little John, rode. May rest in peace, but Little John rode for the Outlaws for a long, long time. I grew up with him.
and it's the NH. It's HQ there in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. I know that. Born and bred a Northwest Side girl.
I'm trying very, very, very hard to.
No, we're not going to stoop down. You know what we're going to do?
No. She doesn't deserve that.
But you know what? She's right. She doesn't. She deserves to be ignored. She deserves to be ignored.
It just it crushed my soul to think that here I am fighting my ass off to be better, to get better, and to just think for 1 second
Don't let him take you out of your character.
it was almost like that situation where just because I exist. So
right.
it really hit me a different way after hearing B's live last night.
I know. And that's why B had to come up. Yes, because it was very much like that. 100%.
That's why I didn't mind coming live. I didn't mind not hiding from this situation. I wanted a way for us ladies to be able to discuss this.
Hi, Daddy.
Reaching out to me was 100% the right thing. Yes. That's why we don't
Shelly,
regret.
I adore you.
Did you see her come up shaking and
Yes,
everything?
I
Her,
adore Shelly.
one of her biggest fears, Shelly, oh my God, I'm so proud. I like crying.
Yeah.
Crying. She doesn't go live. She doesn't go on camera.
I know, and that meant a lot to me.
Does she sound like a woman that doesn't want anything to do with you, Chris?
Not at all. Not at
Exactly.
all. In fact, she and I had a really good laugh at something I said back before I was smart enough to have my own brain. We had a really good laugh about something I said when they they re-showed all those pictures of her rolling down the hill, and I said I was just so scared for a boob flop out. I was scared for her for that.
Yeah.
And I didn't even mean it in a mean way. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, please don't let it happen to her. Please.
Oh my God, I'd be worried that boo would have hit her in the eye and give her a black eye.
I mean, it might have hit somebody else in the eye too, because those things are serious, Shelly. Shelly, they're
Yeah.
serious.
Oh boy.
You see, this is YouTube. Welcome to you. This is what YouTube should be.
It
Building
should
people
be,
up,
yeah.
laughing. This is what
Y'all,
it should
thank
be.
you so much.
Taken out by a boob. You
Thank
have a
y'all so
community.
much.
You don't even have to thank us. Me and
Oh,
Terry were like-minded. Were we not, Terry?
yeah.
Terry like, I'm going live. I ain't going live. Who's gonna do it first?
And you know what? Y'all are right. She deserves no attention at all.
She
None
doesn't.
whatsoever.
She doesn't. It's if you want to keep having negative
Oh,
stuff and
I
bad
don't.
stuff.
I don't.
Oh no, I'm talking about anyone other than us. Anyone other than us. Keep putting the negative out there. We're it's a whole new day. Like you saw yesterday. B held that in, all her stuff. That's why today of all days, after yesterday, this shit was not going to fly. You cannot tell someone to go play in traffic to not want to be here anymore. You can't tell someone to go remove themselves to game over. You can't do that.
Mhm.
I am not going to stand by and let that shit
There are
happen.
people out there who have issues.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they could be at a tipping point where something like that could push them right over the edge.
Yes, it can. And
Yeah, and we saw that yesterday. That
yes.
was a huge eye opener.
Yes.
Bee's
I've
stream.
been crying all night long. I've had to take extra anxiety medication.
We're very
And I
sorry that
really got to see
happened.
things
Yeah.
from Bee's standpoint. And I spoke as soon as it happened. I can't imagine Bee holding on to all this for as long as she has.
Yeah.
We were afraid of retribution. We were.
And I
It
get
was
that.
beautiful for her.
But you know what? I don't care about their retribution. What's the worst they're gonna do to me?
I got you on that one.
What
You did
are
right.
they gonna do? What mad nutter will put up a short of me crying, oh boo hoo baby, blah blah blah, you know. Oh, she plays the victim again. Da, 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 da. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Mad Nutter is
No,
just a special young boy. He's just a special young man.
Yes, he's very special.
he's
Yeah.
not going to. I mean, he told you yesterday that you're welcome on his channel anytime.
Oh,
So
that's
I,
nice.
yeah, I'm sure he's not going to be posting anything.
Chris,
And
that's wonderful.
we,
I would hope not, because I've never spoken ill about him.
no,
And if I can't see, I don't know if Eldon is still in the chat.
I think
But
Eldon's here.
Eldon, you are the sweetest soul.
He is. You see how
Eldon
many
is amazing.
Eldon is Mr. Positivity. He gets the Mr. Positivity 2024-2025 YouTube award from me. 100%.
And you know, to be so positive in, I don't know what, but I know that there are some health issues.
Yeah. Hi, Betty.
And,
Sorry. Hi, Betty.
and to be so positive with all that. And that's the other thing. Like, this woman has no idea what I'm going through with my health.
Right.
I'm fighting a battle right now to figure out some kind of an unknown blood disease that I have. I'm not going to talk about it and use it to get sympathy or to have people feel sorry for me.
You know what, though? Once you get diagnosed, if you need some support, you absolutely are more than welcome to come here and do that, Chris. That's not farming sadness or sympathy. That's called being human and, needing some help and to crowdsource.
Oh, we'll see. I've been called a trauma dumper because I might talk about my illness when I talked about my illness before, that I was a trauma dumper.
Chris, can you see the chat?
No,
Eldon,
I can't. I don't know how to make.
Eldon said big kiss on the forehead, Chris. Stay safe, sane, vigilant, and beautiful, girls.
Eldon, have a good night. I adore you, doll face.
Friend, for him to be on this late, usually his eyes are closed by now.
Yeah,
We
he's
appreciate
usually
you,
asleep
Eldon.
by now.
Yeah.
So, Chris, we have Curls here. We have Eldon. We have Betty Damn Boop. Best Betty Damn Boop out on these streets, I'll tell you. We have Marcy Dotson. We have Miss Tira Nicole herself in the chat. Okay, we have Shelly. We have Laura. We have me. We had B here earlier. Does this sound like people who don't give a crap about you?
It sounds like a community that I'm supposed to be in, and that somebody might be a little jealous of me and they're projecting onto me.
Girl, we showed up. We showed up. You sent out a call. You said, Chicago, I need you. You were hurt. And I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. All that matters is that it got seen.
Oh, yeah. The minute I did, ask Terry Lynn, and B can back me up, and Chris Curls can back me up. The minute I saw it. So can Shelly? Yes. The minute I saw it, the bat signal went up, and it's like, we're not doing this. Not after what B put out there yesterday, when we're pushing people to the verge of things, and you so nonchalantly, this is going to happen.
And to say go play in traffic, she gets away saying that because she uses that verbiage.
We know what it means, and we're here to say it's not okay. Do not go play in traffic, Chris. We're here to tell you not to do that.
Trust me, I live on a dirt road. There's no traffic on my road to play in.
Well, that's okay. Don't get lost in the briars or in the desert or in the water.
No, I won't. That's what I have the dogs for. They get me back home.
Exactly. Stay your ass home. Turn your camera on and go live with the ladies on the computer.
That's generally what I do. And because I'm 53 and I actually stay home. I'm told I don't have a life. I happen to enjoy my home.
Honey, you worked. Again, these are kids talking. What did they know about working 30 years a job or raising, 20 and 30-year-old kids? What do they know? What? Who have careers and being grandmoms, successful.
Well, they don't know anything about raising kids because they let them put channels on YouTube.
Okay. They'll have to learn the way they have to learn. And that's, unfortunately, we have been out there talking about it for so long, And if they don't understand internet safety by now in this day and age, and that
they're going to have to deal with the consequences of their actions and their choices.
yes, they are. And
But
that's
there's
just,
no way that I would.
absolutely not. You know, my kid she's in her late 30s. I don't put her on my channel. You'll hear her voice. I don't put my kid on my
No,
channel.
you might hear my daughter's voice if she happens to be here. That's the thing. She's a nutball. Y'all think I'm crazy? My daughter will go buck shit ballistic and she will drive her ass to Chicago. My daughter does not play. Y'all think I'm a Fruit Loop?
Did you not hear my daughter talk to Popcorn? My daughter said she was ready to drive me. Yeah, my daughter's, don't fuck with her mommy. Don't, that's just,
I mean, I'll tell y'all the truth about this. My daughter is she's been in recovery for
bless her.
8.5 years.
God bless her.
She was kidnapped 4.5 years ago by a sex trafficking ring. They tied her up. They held her for 17 days. They shot her up with dope.
Oh my God.
She got up. They allowed her to get up to go use the restroom. She heard them talking about being done with her. She happened to find a gun in the bathroom. And this is legitimate. You can look it up.
Wow.
My daughter went to run out of the hotel room, basically butt booty naked. The men that were holding her, and I had my people on it. And every time we found her, they moved hotel rooms.
But she's safe now. She is safe.
My daughter shot the man, killed him, and spent 3 years in the Florida Department of Corrections prison at Lowell Women's Prison.
There is no justice in the world. Why did she have to serve time when she was the victim?
Yeah.
Do you know why? You want me to tell you why?
To re-victimize a victim? Why?
Because she was a convicted felon in possession of a gun.
Oh my God, it just makes me want to rip my hair out at the roots. And you all know I have no hair.
And you know the judge told my daughter she was a menace to society?
You know, I have a friend that had a story. I believe it, but this is why it's so important when we vote for judges, we know their past deeds and misdeeds. You know, it's very important. I'm so sorry that you had to endure that.
Yeah, my daughter was here in my house. They shattered my windows. They kidnapped her out of my home.
Oh my God.
They held her hostage for 17 days, shot her up after being clean for so long.
Chris, honey, have you gotten any kind of family therapy over this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The pain is still in every word, and I can see it behind your eyes. It'll never go away. It's never going to go away, but my God.
My daughter was double punished. She spent 3 years in prison. 3 years in prison.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And then she had to do 3 years on the judge wanted to give her 6 years in prison. She did 3 years to the door. No time served. To the door. So take that one, JFK.
Yeah, this is when judges judges need to be.
Been 3 years on paper. Her probation officer just got her early terminated from probation.
You know what? When you see your daughter, you hug her and you give her that much more love.
And
It's her
everybody
story.
wonders. Everybody says to me, why is she married to a woman? Well, why would she want to be with a man?
Excuse me, my sister was married to no,
Yeah.
nobody's fucking business. That's what you say, not your fucking business. Do I care who you fuck? No. Do I care who you love?
Well,
No.
Tara, can you hear me?
I'm sorry.
I'm sure she can.
I told Tara I was going to teach her the law of F. And I need to know if she's here so she can hear the law of F.
God is good. You're right, Marcy.
And I think we're all going to get a good laugh out of this. And I think we all need to remember this and keep this in the forefront of our minds.
Is it the 3 F's, Chris? Is it the 3?
It's the 3 F's.
Okay. All right. Tara said she's listening.
Tara said tell her she's here.
Okay, Tara, the law of F is, do you feed me, finance me, or fuck me? Then fuck off.
Exactly. If you're not doing any of those things, I call it the 3 F's. If you're not financing,
I
me,
call it
fucking
the
me,
law of F in my house. And I
yeah.
think we all need to remember that about these people out here writing and posting horrible stuff about anybody that is in our community.
Yes. If they're not building us up, why would we let them tear us down? If they've
I
done
can't
nothing,
believe I let her get to me. She caught me on a day.
yesterday was a big day.
Yeah.
And
Yesterday
it triggered me after what I heard from B. Yes, it did.
I'm sure a lot of people were. It's a deep story. It's horrific what happened to her.
What happened to me, I misunderstood her so much, and I feel so bad for that.
But you're doing so much better, Chris. You are. You have grown so much. You've grown so much, Chris. Like, you know the reason. We all know the reason. Like you said, you sometimes talk over people. I noticed you had said that. When B was trying to be empathetic with you and say, she lost her mom too, you talked over her and you caught her like in a mid-sentence. And it was like, B is a good-hearted person. And
Yeah.
And as y'all see, that is something that I took note of. I'm very much working on that.
You are, Chris, we know this. Why do you think we're here?
I'm always going to, there's parts of Chris that are always going to be Chris.
Good.
Sometimes I'm going to blurt things out when it might be quote unquote inappropriate, but sometimes my filter is broken.
Mine too.
Yeah.
And if I don't say what I'm thinking right then, I forget about it. Because this brain of mine goes 950,000 miles an hour, and it's thoughts zoom, 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 zoom. So sometimes I have to say it, and that's what leads to me talking over people. And it's a horrible habit.
Yeah. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is the talking over people.
And just like she is a person that can provoke things out of me. When I saw that damn short, Terry, I was so effing mad.
I haven't watched it, but what is it?
Oh God, she's got Ursula from The Little Mermaid up.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And then it flips to a picture of you.
Oh, whatever.
It's like
I really don't. I can't. I don't care about her. Like I'm in Canada. Like, what are you gonna do?
and I feel like, okay, well, if Terry is Ursula, then you and Nellie Bell are Flopsam and Jetson.
They are Flotsam and Jetson.
I mean, you know.
Yes. Oh, That was,
And
you
that's
see,
not like it made me so mad to see that. I was like, oh my God. Like she has so much room to talk with her greasy slick back hair and a hat and her black shirt. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
if that's the worst that if they go for looks, if they're not, they're trying to break down things that don't exist, right?
No,
They came
because
after,
Terry is actually a very beautiful woman.
she is. That's what I mean. They go after things that don't exist. Terry's not an ugly woman, and Terry is beautiful on the inside.
Just
And
like
the
Tira. Tira, I
yeah.
swear to God, is the cutest little dink of, I don't even know how big she is. But her little nose and her like she reminds me of a fairy.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's got, and a
I've heard
fun
a lot
thing.
of things in my life. I've never heard anyone called compare Tara to a fairy. I
Well,
love it.
fairies aren't always nice, Chicago.
I know. I read. My
Fairies
daughter reads.
can be mean little fuckers.
I know that.
But no,
And
I
if you
adore
look
her
at,
shorts where she has her like Dollar Tree glasses on.
Mhm.
And she's just got those voices go. She is just the cutest little thing ever.
She is.
And I'm
and
like,
if you
how did
watch
I
her
ever?
when she has her hair up, like watch her short that she did earlier. When she has her hair up, her hairline and her face, it goes into a heart. I don't
Yes,
know if
it
it's just
does.
me, but
She
that's
has
what I
a
see.
heart shaped face.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by she's very fairy esque in her features. Her facial proportions. She has nice high cheekbones, that cute little nose. Like, I want to steal her nose.
I want to steal her nose too. Have you seen the size of mine? It's the size of Rhode Island. Okay. I'll
Well,
steal
mine's
anybody's
just
nose.
wide. It looks like somebody hung me up to dry by mine when I was born.
Oh
Oh,
yes. Chris,
oh
you
my God.
weren't around for the Granny T days,
Tea.
right?
Oh, I wish I was around for the Granny teasing. I mean, I know I've heard Nutter call Tara Granny Fanny.
Oh no.
No,
Granny
Tara
T
did
is a character.
yeah, it's something that Tara came up with, and she gets into character of a granny, and she fights back and forth with
With
herself,
Tara.
and it's just she has to do one now. Now
Tara,
that we're
please,
talking
now you
about it,
have to do a short. You have to do a short and show me what's her name? Granny Pearl?
No, Granny T. Granny T.
Granny T. Okay.
Granny T likes to throw flip flops at Tara.
yeah.
I love it. Please do a split screen short of Tara versus Granny T.
Well,
My
Tara
God,
is Granny T.
it's so good. When you
Like,
see it,
yeah,
you're gonna die. You're gonna laugh your butt
I
off.
cannot
It's
believe for as long as I've been watching, because Tara is my lead in introduction into this channel. I watched her silently for such a long time.
oh my
okay,
gosh, those were the days, the Granny T days. Oh,
yeah.
Granny T would take over the video from Tara, so Tara couldn't come on.
Oh, I would love that content. And I'm excited for Tara to try her hand at true crime.
Yes,
Tara
me
doesn't have
too.
any house shoes. Oh no. What is she gonna
And I
throw at you?
can see Tara being Granny T because she is actually a really, really hilarious chick.
She
She is
is.
very
She's really,
comical. Yeah,
people don't see the good in Tara. They just want to point out the bad or what they perceive as the bad. pick at anything that's
Well,
different.
and you know what? We're all beautiful disasters here in our own way.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, we are.
We're
Yes,
beautiful disasters, and we can embrace our hot messness.
you see what Tara says? Oh, you don't
No,
see it.
I so love you, bitches. For real,
For
for
real, for
real.
real.
I just
Tara, we love
appreciate
you
you
too, and
giving me
I'm
my
so
life.
sorry that we ever had any kind of stupid Jerry Springer episode. Like, I'm glad it was good for your views, honey. I hope, like, you got some money off that video.
Well, I'm not monetized, but one of my videos that has the most views is when you were first on my stream, me, you, and B.
The curls has to go.
I guess I could, cause a viral epidemic if I wanted to.
Have a good night, Curls, and thanks for coming.
Bye, Curls. Thank you. I adore yous. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
See, you got people out here that care. And that's the thing. You see, you came in crying and upset. You're good. This is where you need to be. Your mindset should be in the happy and the laughing and the joy. Just try to think of the good,
Chicago, I really
Yeah.
wish they made them 714s. I might really like to have one of those.
Not since the 80s.
What's
Oh
a
my God, German
714?
714s were the shit.
They were the shit, and man, like, we can't even, like, have that anymore.
Oh my God. The
What are
best thing
they?
about those were Quaaludes. It was like
Oh,
being drunk before you get past like drunk. No
I didn't
hangover.
know what I could or couldn't say, so I know the number.
It was just laughing uncontrollably and being silly. And it was never a bad time. Never a bad
Like how you can put 10 people of different backgrounds in a room with some weed and everybody's going to get along and have a good time. Or you could put those same 10 people in a room with alcohol and there's probably going to be a fight. Quaaludes are like pot, but on steroids.
Yes. There's nobody being paranoid. There's nobody getting caught.
No.
And it lasts like 8 hours. That's the best thing. It was an 8-hour
The
thing.
only thing, in my opinion, that is better, not even better than a Quaalude, but is equivalent, is a mushroom.
You know what? I microdose every now and again. And
I do too.
Similar. It's similar, but Quaaludes were so much better.
Similar.
It
and
is
I'm
similar,
in a state that allows microdose. Well, it loosely allows microdosing.
Yeah, they're doing it here too. Yeah, yes, mushroom
yeah,
gummies.
we have
We
that
also
in
have
Canada
a
too.
farmer friend where we get our beef from,
Mm-hmm.
and he uses no salt licks in his pastures.
Okay, well that makes for good psilocybin.
So we get some really nice
I bet you do.
magical goodies from him.
I have a
Yeah,
friend that does microdosing for her anxiety and depression.
and it
That's
does.
mine's for my anxiety, for my depression, for my fibromyalgia,
Yeah,
and for my Crohn's disease.
you see, I bet you if I was now at 59 able to take Quaaludes, I bet you I would not even worry about my pain levels.
Shelly, I did them once in my life as well when I was younger, and never again.
Mushrooms, Terry.
Yeah, that wasn't for me.
You probably had too many.
Yeah, probably.
You probably had too many. And
But it's
how'd you
funny.
do them? Did you
Ate
just
it.
eat straight mushrooms, or did you make a tea? Did you
No,
cook
ate
with
it.
them? Like, what was your
Ate it. Just straight
see?
ate it.
I straight eat them too, but when I was first using them, I started out drinking like teas.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Funny enough, the psilocybin they produce today is not the same as in the 80s. It's
No,
not. It's
no.
I used to have to bury those things in peanut butter and puke and the
Oh, I
amount
still
the
puke my
more
guts out. I puke my
the
guts
more
out, and then I am happy for 14 hours.
the more I puke, the higher I got. That's not how the mushrooms like. I
No,
remember the
that's
mushroom.
not how they are today, but the ones I get will still, I eat mine with
Oh
chocolate
wow!
milk because it takes the shit flavor out of them.
Yeah. Ugh.
Um,
People who love truffles, it's like eating dirt. Okay, I've eaten truffles. It's dirt.
I
Oh,
love
Laura,
truffles.
but it's like eating
Stared at
dirt.
it for two
I
No,
love
not the
hours.
chocolate,
truffles.
not the chocolate truffles, the mushroom ones. I can't.
Oh, I like any kind of truffle, a mushroom truffle or a chocolate truffle. Hello,
Poor
and
Laura.
that Talentes, is that not the best thing you have ever put in your mouth, Chicago? Has anybody here besides Chicago and I eaten Talentes?
Right. Oh my
If
God.
y'all haven't, y'all need to go get some.
Mhm.
Pick your
Laura, that's
poison.
hilarious.
I feel
Laura
sorry for
said,
Laura.
Okay, my
Laura
cat's
said,
like pistachio gelato. So I buy my cats pistachio gelato Talente.
Yeah, it's so, oh my God, the truffle ones are so good. The vanilla truffle,
My
so good.
favorite one is the coffee, but I love the salted caramel. Like, there's not one that I would turn my nose up to.
Exactly. So poor Laura. Shelly, tell her, tell Chris what happened to Laura eating mushrooms.
Laura said someone gave her mushrooms once and she saw the most beautiful waterfall. It was a poster and she stared at it for 2 hours. Never again.
Tell her I sat in the bathroom on the toilet because I went to pee. I sat there like that for 3.5 hours and watched the wallpaper breathe. Underwear all around my knees and everything. Watching the wallpaper breathe. It was the coolest thing. It was like that 1980s wallpaper with the dainty blue and tan flowers on it. And it was breathing at me in the bathroom. And I just thought it was the
Oh
neatest thing. And like when I would touch the wall would go whoa, 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 whoa.
my
Whoa,
God.
whoa, 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 whoa. So yeah, tell her I've been there.
When you hear sounds.
Yeah. Like it was breathing and going whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Brooke,
And
I
then,
heard,
okay, y'all want me to tell you about a 3-day bender I was on?
was it on mushrooms?
No, it was on something, Tony
Oh my,
Montana-ish.
oh my. Those aren't fun trips though, are they?
Well, I was 25, so
Oh, you could have had some fun.
I was having
Oh,
some fun. It was a week-long bender, and just about done, about ready to pop a couple of Xanaxes to wind down. It was during bike week, so that's why we were staying up. Well,
yeah.
the dog starts barking in the house.
Good night, Betty. Thanks for coming.
And if the dog starts barking in the house, you probably better go check because I was at a clubhouse.
Oh no. Okay.
Um,
Warning. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I go
Gotcha.
to the
Gotcha.
TV, I turn the camera on, turn TV on, pull up screens, looking at him. Why's the dog barking? Don't see nothing, leave it on like that. Walked into the kitchen, started washing a cup, and I heard, who? Who?
Is this going to be a bad story?
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. You might all pee yourself.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm hearing who? Who? I grabbed the pistol, grabbed the dog, ran outside. I said, who the fuck is on this goddamn property and how'd you get in here? You done fucked up now. You know, I'm all, do y'all know where the fuck y'all are? You better
Oh,
come the hell out. I'm sending the dog. I'm like, Bocephus, go find him. Bocephus, go find. It was a motherfucking owl. And I was geeked out so bad. I thought it was a person.
Oh my
Ran
God. That would be
outside,
like
pissed, and it was a damn owl.
that. Those
Oh,
sneaky
yeah. Damn owls. So then guess what my nickname is in my
Oh my God. Don't tell me
chapter?
owl. Is it owl?
No, it's Susie Who. Little Susie Who from Whoville.
Shit, I'm dying. Susie who?
Yeah, Littles, if I knew how to change my fucking name on my YouTube profile, I would totally change it to Susie Who.
You are Susie who?
Yeah, all my gear. That's what my name tag is. Susie Who.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Yep.
oh, that is hysterical. That's hysterical. Oh my God. Oh
Well,
my
we got a dude who rides patched out. He owns a scaffolding business and his scaffolding broke and he fell 9 stories on his feet and his balls exploded. Well, they put a pump in him so that he could get a hard on.
Wait,
What?
what?
Say it again.
He has a pump in his scrotal sac.
Oh yes, I've actually seen those. I've
Okay,
actually
Chicago,
seen those.
you get where I'm going, okay?
Yes. In order
Well,
to get in a direction, it doesn't come down.
we've all seen the boobs, right? We've all seen the boobs. I had a bathing suit top on, and I was cranking down a pop-up camper. Do you know what one of those are?
Oh yeah. Oh,
So, like, my arm is hitting my tits, and my tits are jiggling everywhere, and he's just staring through the. And I was like, Randall, quit staring. And he was like, but they're just like there. I was like, listen, Hans and Franz, I'm not here to pump you up. So his nickname ended up being Hans and Franz.
Oh my God! I love that. Oh,
Over
Saturday.
his penis pump. I was like, dude, I'm not here to pump you up.
Out here to pump you up.
I'm so glad somebody knows that Saturday Night Live skit.
Yes. Oh
I'll
my
be
God.
right back, guys. Shy, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Tara said that they call her mom Cindy Lou.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Tell her
God.
there now all her dirt doesn't have to be the only ones out there on the YouTube streets. Tell her I'll put my dirt all out there with hers.
Oh my God. I have not laughed this long in such a long time. Chris, you're hysterical.
Look, Listen,
His balls.
I'm cool. Listen, all I can say is I would want to be my friend because I have my fucking issues. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this, Chicago, I'll tell you this, and then you're going to know just when I tell you.
Okay, tell it.
I'm a Cancer.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you're very loyal.
I'm loyal to the fucking soil. And that's why when that bitch runs her mouth about Tira, I can't say the fuck off of her shit.
No, we have to.
Because I'm loyal. I'm a loyal ass motherfucker. I might be fucked up, but bitch, I'm riding with you. Right, wrong, indifferent. I'm riding with the side I pick, and then we'll handle it in private when it's all said and done.
I grew up with that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You stand by people. That's how I was raised. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And if it's in front of people,
I was raised by some serious rules and infractions.
Yeah.
This has not been a part of my life just since my husband.
Yeah.
I have a biological father.
Yeah.
And I have a dad.
Well, that sounds sad.
I have been, my biological father was the 6th man in the United States to receive an organ donation. It was his kidney from his brother. He had to take and that brother was the chapter president of Jacksonville, Florida for
Gotcha. Okay.
Before my birth.
Gotcha. Okay.
My mother and father did not become pregnant with me until after the kidney transplant.
Okay.
So he has always viewed me as part him. My father had to take steroids for anti-rejection.
Yeah.
They cause psychosis.
They do.
I grew up with a psychotic biological father. I had a shotgun put in my face and my life threatened every single day that I can remember.
You know what, Chris? We're from an era where stuff like that did happen.
On December the 13th, 1979, in the middle of downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina,
please don't tell
my father shot me and my mother and then blew his brains out right in front of me. I was 8 years old.
I am very sorry.
So when people say they grew up in trauma,
you are
no, I was born into trauma.
You were. You absolutely were. And you know what? It's because you have that story coming out of the 70s and the people from the 60s coming out, that people now don't have that because we had to fix it for them. We had to go through the horrible shit with our parents and all the horrible things.
And there was nobody for us to talk to when this generation has so much help.
Yes, they do. We had to go through it to pave the way for them.
And you know what?
We're survivors, man. You're a survivor. Your mama was a survivor.
My mom was, listen, her whole life, 5 foot tall, 106 pounds is the most I've ever seen my mama weigh. My mama was shot 3 times with a 12-gauge shotgun with buckshot in it.
And she survived. She survived.
Yes.
That's, do you see when you hear things like God has a plan? You have to believe that.
I am Norse pagan.
So the gods have a plan.
I believe the universe has a plan.
Yes. It's the same thing. There
It's
is
all this, and that's what I tell everyone. If heaven, Valhalla, Utopia, if it's all California, as long as we're all trying to get there, why do we have to go the same way?
Yes, exactly. Nobody says you have to.
There's so much to learn from every religion out there.
Yes.
Because I believe bits and pieces of all of it are true.
I agree. Otherwise, why are they there?
Why is it there if there was nothing ever found of it?
Yes. Yeah. This is like a whole other rant we could get on. But
You
moving
know?
on. Survivor
Oh
did
no,
not.
you have no idea. When I caught a clip of you on a replay, I saw you doing cards.
Yes, I do cards. Would you like me to do a live and do cards for you?
Oh, I would love a card reading because I read my own.
Okay, so don't tell me anything you want to know because I have to go into it blind.
No, I won't.
Okay, good.
I don't. I find that to be very
people who ask you the questions and people who
I find people who work without questions are more
Okay,
accurate.
it's
more
more truthful. It's more from
I
the
have to
true
do it.
origin.
Yeah. I have to
Chicago,
do it.
have you ever heard of a place called Casadega?
Casadega?
Uh-huh.
Don't. Is it New York?
No, it's right here in Florida.
Oh, no. I'm afraid of Florida.
It's a spiritual vortex. Write the name of the town down.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. As you. Can you spell it for me? I got my phone.
CASSADAGA.
Casadega, Florida.
Yep.
Spiritual. Oh. Unincorporated.
And I'm only an hour and 15 minutes away from that place. My best friend and I go once a week.
It is the psychic capital of the world. I thought the psychic capital of the world was actually in New York.
Surprise, surprise.
I know, I'm shocked. Color me shocked.
Surprise.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm bookmarking this. This is all right. So I'm really, really afraid of sinkholes. That's something you should know about me. Florida, and I went there and
listen. All I'm gonna say is, if you ever want to vacay, I have
Amanda.
an egg. Listen, I'm putting this out there for anybody.
Okay.
Anybody want to vacay in Florida? No, I am not at the beach, so you are not going to see sand, waves, and sharks.
But God, you're an hour away from
Central Florida. What you will see are beautiful, crystal clear springs. I have 2 acres of 100% privacy fence yard. I have a 32-foot 2023 KZ Durango camper that is for my guests and not only.
Nice.
I am pet friendly because I have pets.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of really cool shit that I'm within an hour and a half of any way we go. I'm an hour and a half away from Orlando at the theme parks. I'm 2 hours out from Tampa. I'm an hour and 15 minutes away from Jacksonville. I'm 45 minutes from St. Augustine if you want to go to the beach.
Are you close by Ona by any chance?
No, listen, the town I'm in, and I don't care. I
Don't
don't
say it.
really
No,
care.
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't, Chris. Please don't say it. Please, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah,
Please don't.
don't.
Please don't.
Just
Please
look
don't.
up a town called Palatka. Pal.
That sounds like a Polish name.
Hi,
Even my cat
Nina.
is crying because he loves Polish things. Okay, Palatka.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Pal-
That's one you're closest to?
It's I'm closer to that than Gainesville.
My
But
phone
I'm
was
very,
acting.
very close to Gainesville as well.
Oh,
I'm about 10 minutes from Gainesville.
Cinderella's here.
I mean, I'm about 10 minutes further from Gainesville than Palatka.
Gotcha. Okay. My little cat needs to go hussying out in the snow. There's 5 inches of snow outside, and he is
You
bugging
know
me to go in
what?
the snow.
I sat out this morning after we went dog training with my dog,
Yeah.
and I was in my bathing suit top and shorts.
Rub it in with my 5 inches. It's going to be 0
Wow.
degrees. I'm going to
We've
mute myself.
been in the 80s all week long.
Oh, rub it in, Florida girl. Okay, I gotta let the cat out. I'll be right
But we've still been getting chilly at night. You know what sucks though, and Terry, you're gonna understand this. My
Okay.
iron level, I just had my blood work done 3 Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and my iron was a 3.
But I don't understand why they're not keeping you. And they're doing blood
Because
transfusions
I'm getting iron transfusions, but
and
they
blood,
won't
you
keep
said.
me because my hemoglobin isn't under a 7. It's at a 7.2, and they won't keep you at the hospital till it's under a 7.
Oh, okay.
Even though technically 14 isn't even. Iron for a woman my age through menopause should be 35. Mine is 3.
Okay.
And my hemoglobin rides. Now, if it's low, they will keep me in the hospital and I get a blood transfusion. But I'm constantly with the iron. It's the iron that they can't get figured out, Terry Lynn.
Okay, so but your iron is composed of two different things. So you have your ferritin and your hemoglobin.
It's my ferritin and my hemoglobin are low, but my ferritin is what is the lowest.
Okay.
Like, it causes me to have all of the same symptoms as high blood pressure would. I get tachycardia. I get the swoosh, 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 swoosh in my ears. I get a blasting headache, like from blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And this all started after my mom had her stroke in November of 2024. I
Okay.
thought my blood pressure was going higher. So from November until June, I took care of my mom. That was my primary concern. That was my only concern. We finally got her to go to the doctor. The last second to the last Sunday in June. When she got to the hospital, her white blood cell count was 44,000. They thought she had a kidney infection with an abscess around it. They went in to drain the abscess and got nothing but hematoma globs. They thought her stroke was from her heart surgery that she had with a replaced valve and an ablation done for AFib. It was a piece of the hematoma that broke off. They biopsied everything, and the day they released her from the hospital was the day that we got the diagnosis that it was stage 4 metastatic aggressive renal cancer, but that it was spread through her entire body. She'd never taken more than a Tylenol.
Wow.
She
I
looked at me and
apologize.
my daughter. She squeezed both of our hands. And I knew right then and there that there was nothing more that I could do than respect what I knew to be my mother's wishes.
You're
Right.
very blessed, Chris. You know that, right?
We brought her home. They didn't even try to set hospice up for us.
It becomes about the quality of her life, and it's hard to
But
hear.
my mom heard what she heard. My dad had already passed
Yeah.
Christmas into the 28th of December 2019.
No, no.
He collapsed in her, and my mom was a cardiovascular surgeon.
Oh, honey.
And my dad collapsed in her arms with 100% lat occlusion and was dead before he even realized he was dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was a police officer his whole life. He was my hero. I didn't think anything could take him out.
You know, surviving the death of parents, I
And
think
I'm an only child.
I know. Oh, that's the worst thing.
I don't have anybody. I have my only biological things that I have in this world.
Your babies, your kids.
Yep.
Oh, good night. I love you, baby. I love you.
My
Sweet dreams.
grandson is truthfully not that it matters, but my daughter, because of things that happened to her,
Mm-hmm.
she can't have kids. My
I'm sorry.
daughter is feminine.
That's okay.
Her wife is non-feminine.
That's okay.
And her wife is the one that chose so that they could have a baby and my daughter could be a mom.
Well, did they check the viability of her eggs? They could have taken her eggs and her wife could have
they're in awful shape because of a lot of different reasons. She had
Believe it or-
endometriosis prior to this that just
Wow.
she had fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, already female problems, and then we're all smart women. We know what happens in sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what? You have your babies, and you are leaving something behind. You know what? I think honestly, we should
you
do
know what's wrong.
a stream about people who lost their parents and have a big grieving session.
I
I
have
can't
so
have
much guilt over not being able to save my daughter from this.
Chris, it wasn't meant to happen. For whatever reason, our roles on this planet are predetermined. I believe this. They have to be. Have you found yourself looking back many times in life saying, well, if that wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't be here. If that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be here. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever been able to look back and said,
There's one time, and there's one thing that I know for certain, that I knew that even if I knew the road to hell led me to where I was, I would walk it again 1,000 times over.
so you know,
And that was when my husband and I got together.
Okay. Because it's worth it, right? Because the end result is
people have a huge stigma in their head about men who live the lifestyle that my husband does. But my husband is a husband and a man before he's anything else.
well, and for you to have been with him and had your life with him, you needed to have everything lined up the way it was supposed to be for you to have met him and to have your life.
He expects the same loyalty from me that I expect from him. And those are things for both of us that are, there's not much for either of us that are deal breakers.
It's non-negotiable.
That's a non-negotiable.
You see, and in order
That's
to get
the one non-negotiable in our household. Or child molestation.
Well, that's a given.
That's a given. But I mean, with my husband doing what he does, we all know ain't no kids getting touched around my house.
Exactly. That's, you didn't even need to say that. That just shocked me. I couldn't have, somebody could have said, I'll give you $10 if you think Chris is going to say this. And I say, no fucking way. But you did.
There ain't no damn kids getting touched around my house.
Exactly.
Not yours, not mine, not his, not them, not theirs. Even if I don't like you, I ain't gonna let nobody hurt your damn kids.
So I guess the point I'm trying to make is every horrible thing that has happened to us and that we've had to endure and that we've had to watch and that we've had to lay our guts out over and that we've had to scream and cry, and you get to a point in life at a certain age where you look back and say, fuck, my life had to go this way in order for me to be here today. These things had to happen. And if it hasn't happened yet for you ladies, one day it will have to make sense. It has to. I believe it has to. It might not now.
Chicago, how old were you when it made sense?
Sometimes it doesn't make sense still, but 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Because losing my mom and my dad and other things, my own health issues, it's really made me retake stock, and I'm starting to go through that now.
Yeah. So 3 years ago, I was 56, 55, 56. Yeah.
I'm 53 and a half. I'll be honest. I'll tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Honey, we look good for our age. I'm sorry. I don't care what people say. Girls that were born in the 60s.
I look like wolves ate me and spit me out. Always remember that.
Yeah, no, that's not
always. Always remember that one.
I want you to forget those words. Those were words meant to hurt.
You know what? This is what I look like at my fucking worst.
You've been crying your eyes out.
Every time I have been on a live, you can ask Terry, you can ask Tira. It is no makeup, hair all kind of crazy. Like, I don't sit around in my house with makeup on 24/7 waiting to go on a live because, oh my God, I want to go viral and be a movie star. These bitches are looking crazy if that's what they think.
I try to do makeup and show people how to do it, and I do it badly, and I don't care.
No, you do it great. That pink had me so scared the other day, though.
The pink.
The pink had me so scared.
It was the eyebrows.
Then, Terry, you really don't want to do a makeup tutorial with me then.
Oh
But
my God.
I just
Because
once
mine are
those,
kind of clear, too. Like,
yeah, but you
and I
have
don't got
some.
no tails.
I got no breath.
But she has none. And to see her draw them on, I just couldn't. I couldn't stop
She
laughing
looked
after that.
very animated and nice with her eyebrows on.
I don't know what the hell I look like. I shut off that telephone and I looked in the mirror. I said, holy shit, people did not throw rocks at me.
Well, Tira, you have to go
When I
back and watch.
compared one to the other,
Derek, you
God.
have to go. I adore you, and I can't wait for nail content. And listen, you're gonna be busy because I'm gonna be making you sell me nails. Like
Tira,
you're
you
not
have to
gonna
go
have a
back and watch
choice.
Chicago's live. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Like that bitch is. She's gonna make me nails just to get off her ass. I want her to name her company "Nailed by Tira."
Oh
That,
my God, that'd be so
that was
funny.
another good one, Shelley.
Nailed by Tira.
Yeah. Shelly waxed off half of her eyebrow on video
Oh my gosh, Shelly, no.
by
I
accident. She's
saw
like, you
your
can't.
post with the eye patches on. Now you looked really cute because you have a really small face too. And those eye patches were like half face patches on you.
Yes. Well, she
Yeah.
did it because I did. I said, let's do it. And
I
she did it.
know. And the post she posted was so cute because those eye masks were so huge on her little bitty face.
She got that baby face. But yeah, it's also got half an eyebrow because she waxed it off last week.
At Chicago, what do you know about these damn puffs, pizza puffs that Tira's talking about?
Oh, pizza puffs from Chicago. Oh my God, they're so good and greasy. Jesus.
Hey,
Oh,
Amanda.
so
Nice to see
good.
you.
Is it like only a Chicago thing? It's literally like a grease. It's not greasy. It's
She was just talking about that shit on her
so
community
good.
tab. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I want to be a fat girl. Like,
They're the size of your hand. You can hold them. They're big and chunky that you can hold. They're stuffed. It tastes like a pizza inside, but
But
it's
they're a
they're
Chicago
deep
thing.
fried. Oh my God, and they're just goodness, ooey gooey, good cheesy tomato basty goodness. Everybody eat. Oh my God, they're so.
okay, like, where do you get them? Do you buy them at the grocery store?
You get them at greasy restaurants. You get them at the bad restaurants. Well, not high-end restaurants, but
So,
we have a
like,
lot
could you order them, bring them home, freeze them, and then ship them frozen?
No, you got to eat them when they're cooked. You got to eat them because they deep fry them for you. I don't know why they wouldn't sell them. There's got to be a place in Florida that makes pizza puffs.
Well,
Chicago style.
I Googled it, and it said it's a Chicago thing. So
It
I
is.
don't know.
Hey, Terry, can I ask you about something from Canada?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what a shebang potato chip is?
No.
I
There's
love
this company
Bhutan.
in Canada called like River Moon Lodge or some shit like that. And they're based in Canada.
Hmm.
And unless you pay a shit ton of money for shipping from the company, you can't get them unless you're in the Department of Corrections in Florida, whether it's county jail or prison. And they're called shebangs. And they're like barbecue, sour cream and onion. They're everything, salt and vinegar, everything, all in one potato chip. And they are the shit. And I only know this because I kind of been to jail.
Girl, no, not you. No,
I mean, you know,
not this Virgin Mary sitting in front of me. Shocked me.
little Susie who,
You know, I met
little
my
Susie
husband.
who had a big fat F.
Yeah, yep. But oh my God, that's funny. But I love poutine. I like poutine.
I love poutine.
I get it from
No,
Trader
it's
Joe's.
put thin. It's
I
put
love
thin.
poutine.
It's
I
Oh
love that
poutine.
no.
squeaky ass cheese.
Yes.
Lear,
Oh my God.
lear.
Cheese curds. Yes. Squeaky cheese curds.
Yes. See
But
here,
you're
I'll see
saying
if
it
I can
wrong.
show y'all like my spare house.
Aren't you afraid of freaking alligators?
No, I don't live near lakes.
It doesn't matter. Those fuckers wander. What about
Can
boa
you see
constrictor?
my second house?
I do. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice guest house. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So if anybody
Oh,
wants to come to Florida for vacation and like
where
do,
is the closest
I mean, you
sinkhole?
don't even have to like hang out with me. I'll just let you Airbnb
Oh,
it.
stop. Nobody. Where is the closest sinkhole to you? That's what matters to me.
Oh,
Is there
I
going to
don't
be
know. Probably a long way because
sinkholes?
no, they're not a big deal around here.
Oh my God, the state of Florida is full of them. Oh my God, I get anxiety just thinking about it. I get
No,
angina.
we call those ravines, honey.
No, they're not ravines. They're sinkholes that eat people. Oh my God. Oh.
What?
They very rarely happen.
Terry Lynn, Google sinkholes. Google people eating sinkholes in Florida. They happen. And then they remediate them.
I'm going to say this. One
You mean
incident
the
in
sinkhole
Western
eat
North
people?
Carolina ate more people than any amount of sinkholes we've had here in Florida. And it happened all in one occurrence.
There's billboards all the way to the Orlando airport saying, if you have a sinkhole, we can remediate it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Maybe I lived here so long I'm immune to them. I don't.
Oh my God, it's frightening. Just like, when you drive and you leave all hair, it's all about bald men. Hair transplants. It's Brian Urlacher from the Chicago Bears.
I
Lose
mean,
your
like
hair,
I
your hair
drive with. I'm from Jacksonville. We've lived out here for 15 years.
oh
I
my
grew
God.
up in Jacksonville. I know what traffic is. I don't deal with traffic. When I go to Gainesville, when I pull out of my neighborhood and go to Gainesville, do you know how many
Yeah.
stoplights I have to go through?
16,201.
One.
Wait, it's all highway? Oh,
Wow, straight shot.
that's prime stalking area for sinkholes, lady. I would find a different way.
Well, we do see alligators crossing the road, and you have to watch out for the deer in the nighttime. You get you a good dinner if you know have somebody who knows how to dress it and clean it. You run you a damn deer down.
Alligator is good eating. I've eaten alligator. I ain't gonna lie. There was this Cajun place out here. I love
Girl,
alligator
gator
meat.
tail is some good eating.
I
I
love
hate.
it.
I tried alligator many years ago when we were in Florida,
Did
but
you
it
like
was
it?
Gator tail, if you get it cooked at the right place.
Oh my God,
it was
Oh
fried
like
it.
yeah, my
it
husband
was
can cook
deep
a hell of
fried.
a fucking gator tail. But you know what I will not eat that is very popular where I do live?
Hold on, I need to hear if Terry Lynn liked gator or not.
I don't really remember. It was deep fried in some kind of batter.
Like a
Yes.
cornmeal batter, generally.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I don't know like, I didn't taste what I
It
would
has a
taste alligator
uniquely
with.
chickeny flavor to it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what,
it's like
It's like a
it,
yeah.
gamey chicken.
yes. I
That's
see the
how
yellow
I
bird.
would describe it, like gamey chicken.
Yes, because I eat deer meat.
I eat
I
deer.
don't eat deer meat, and I don't eat shrimp.
I don't
What's
eat
wrong?
shrimp
And
either. You know why I don't eat shrimp?
gator is better than shrimp.
I love shrimp. I
I
hate
don't eat
lobster.
shrimp because shrimp are bottom feeders. They're filter fish. So basically, you're just eating all the shit of the sea.
Yes. Well, you know
Oh,
what?
I don't
Don't eat
like the
lobster then
texture.
because they're related to cockroaches. That's the truth. They're in the cockroach
That
family.
doesn't
I
surprise
don't
me.
like lobster
That
either.
doesn't. Now I
I like
do love.
crab.
Now this girl does love her an oyster, and I do love me a scallop.
Oh my God, I have 3 bags of Japanese scallops in the freezer.
Oh,
Oh
shut up!
my
Do you
God.
know how to
They
cook
were,
them? I'll teach you.
oh my God.
Or if
Okay,
you
so
want to keep them sushi, I can
this is,
teach you how to do them sushi.
no, so this is how I do my scallops. It's really basic, but it's so yummy. Okay. Make sure they're dried off. Okay.
Yep.
I use only Danish butter. Okay. Or Irish butter. I
I
get the
use
pan
Irish
hot.
butter. Or
I
I use
properly
Irish butter, or I like to buy Amish butter.
I have a personal thing against Amish and Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm sorry.
My grandmother was runaway Amish, so I get what you're saying.
Oh, good for her. I'm glad she escaped the cult. But
Well,
anyway,
my
so
grandfather beat my grandmother to death and then raped all 3 of my grandmother and her 2 sisters and beat all the sons. My grandmother was the oldest, and at 14, she took all of her sisters and went and got a job with a Jewish family, and they put the whole family in the basement, sent them to school, bought them school clothes,
because he
employed
was
my
Amish,
grandmother till my grandmother was old enough for all the kids to be out of the house.
because he was Amish, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much for making my point. Okay, back to the scallop cooking. So then I
No,
get the butter melted and I lay it down I lay it down. Don't touch it in the pan.
nope.
I let it go for 2.5 to 3 minutes. Flip
Let
it
it
one way.
sear and brown.
Be nice and get those little bits from the butter. Turn it over once, 2 minutes, serve it. Oh, so
It's
good.
great like that.
Oh
They're wonderful.
I've
my,
only had them bacon wrapped at my dad's.
Oh, they're
oh,
great bacon wrap too.
I had them once at a restaurant, but they weren't the Japanese scallops. They were small. Mine are huge. I'll take a
See,
picture of
that's
the
the
bag
thing
and
that
put it
you
on
have to be careful of with scallops, because some scallops aren't true scallops. They're a
yeah,
fish called a skate, and they
yeah,
punch holes out of them
yeah,
because their meat is the same
yeah.
texture as a
That's like
scallop, and
monkfish.
those are the small ones.
Yep. Monkfish is just like it's a good imitation for lobster. If you can't have,
Yep.
and it's like $15 a pound. I mean, it's expensive, but it's thick. It's good. It's it's interchangeable. But the ones from the Sea of Japan, they imported them, and I bought so many. I had it in the freezer. I'm like, it's worth it. Nobody was buying them, so they
They're
marked them down to
delicious.
$23 a bag. I'm like,
They're
you
delicious.
have to try them, T. And
Yeah,
your boy's a cook. Oh, but I had them deep fried once, and like I bit into it and it squirted in my mouth, and I thought, oh, that is the most wonderful taste.
They
They have
are.
that
That
salt
sweet,
water.
salty from the
Yes,
ocean,
yes.
fresh. Oh God.
So everyone can laugh at me. I've been to the ocean one time. It was right after COVID. I was in Florida because I was going to look at property in Ocala. I was going to go buy a house in Ocala. And
That's 35 minutes down the road from where I live.
yeah, but then everyone started laughing, saying, slow Calla, slow Calla. So
It
anyway,
is. It's real
right.
slow out here, but it's got a lot of nice shopping centers, and Ocala is horse territory. There's a bunch of rich ass
Yes,
millionaires that live in
yes.
Ocala.
And I'm a horse racing fiend. I would have spent all my money. But I did not go to the ocean ever. I went to the Gulf of Mexico first, ocean that's there. But then
Yep.
we drove to Daytona Beach, and I went in the real ocean, and I had to give a donation of a diamond earring out of my ear because nobody told me how violent the ocean is. It
Oh,
knocked
it's
my fat
extremely
ass.
violent, especially if you've never been in it before.
Lake Michigan, Chicago, Foster Beach. It's like Lake Street Beach. That's where North Avenue Beach. Nothing like the ocean. I went in.
I was a
No one's
beach lifeguard when I was in my teens and early 20s before I had my daughter.
hottie, hottie,
You don't know how
boomalati.
many people I pulled out of the water.
Somebody needed to pull me out, but I gave the offering of my diamond earring, my 10-year anniversary gift for my husband to the ocean
Oh,
gods,
no.
and I got my fat ass out of the water because it was dragging me around. Oh,
Well, me and my dad were fishing in this. We were doing what's called surf fishing, where you stand on the beach and fish.
Yeah. We smelt fish here in Chicago. We throw in nets.
And we pulled an 11-foot bull shark out of the water where my dad hooked it, and the water was only waist deep on me when he snagged it on the hook.
Oh my God, I hear something. What birds?
It's
Pelicans?
not. It's my dog playing with a squeaky toy.
Oh,
Oh, you should have said it's flamingo, Shy. You don't know what you're missing. You gotta play into this thing.
Oh, okay. 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 I'm
Tell me.
sorry. I'm too
What's that
serious.
sound?
And you know what? It's funny that you said flamingos because do you know my mom's favorite bird? Look, the woman would have a cow over a pink flamingo.
What a wonderful
really?
thing. Amanda Boyens agrees. Ocean
Yeah,
is
but
super.
because of her initials, she made me promise I would get a peacock tattoo for her.
Did
And
you? No, taking your clothes off. Just say yes or no.
No.
I have the whole entire outline done.
You just need
Would we
coloring.
see it? Did we see it when you showed all the outlines? I
That
saw
was
your
the first one that I showed.
okay. I saw your dream catcher on the other thigh. That was a dream catcher, right?
Yeah, it's like a lotus flower and a dream catcher.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece, Chris.
Well, I have this is an amethyst for my daughter and her recovery and sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one back here is a tiger's eye for my son because he's a warrior. He's a Marine.
Yes, he is. You need to go get that peacock colored in.
Oh, I am. I go Saturday for my third coloring session.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
Chicago, ask Terry. It literally goes from my armpit all the way down to my ass on my side.
God, that's got to be
That's
painful.
big.
It's huge.
Amanda Boyan's brother is a Marine. Thank him for his protection of our country.
Oh,
Thank
he
him
would
for
tell you that it's his pleasure.
He'd say, "Hoorah,
He
bitches!"
loves what he does for a living.
No, Amanda
Amanda
B,
Boyan's
her
brother.
brother is a Marine as well.
Tell her Semper Fi. Tell her she and I are family.
Semper Fi, bitches! Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Oh my God.
Tell her this is my pistol and this is my gun. This one's for fighting and this one's for fun.
My brother-in-law is also a Marine.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My sister
Every
was
man
there.
other than my father and my biological father, obviously, were in the Marine Corps. My dad, the man who raised me, he
Yes.
was a police officer. So every man in my family has put some kind of service work
That's good. That's
in.
good, honey.
And so my son, like his whole life growing up, it was a decision between the military or the SWAT team.
There you go. And you
So
know what?
him and
Being
my dad, when he was 16, they sat down, they had a talk.
Mhm.
My dad looked right at him and said, "Son, the way this world is right now, you'd be safer going in the military and you'd have better benefits."
Oh, yeah, that's true. And
And
nowadays, yeah,
my son
nowadays,
he left for boot camp 5 days after he graduated high school. Never lived outside of this little podunk town do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Doesn't know anything really about, did his 13 weeks, and they sent a baby, my baby,
oh,
all
dang
by
it.
himself. Didn't know a soul, to Okinawa, Japan.
He's so lucky. Okay, ladies, unfortunately, that was my daughter calling. My
Well, it is
son-in-law
getting
coming.
late.
Yeah, I
I
have to
want
get
to tell
early.
you two ladies that I appreciate you both so much. Terry, I know it's late for you. Chicago, I don't really know what kind of schedule you keep. I'm a night owl, but I
I
know
sleep.
it is late for Terry at
It
least.
is, and she got young babies too.
And I just want y'all to know that it means a lot to me, and it doesn't fall on deaf ears what has happened here tonight.
Okay,
Okay, that's
good.
good. Now just keep off the pages where you shouldn't
You're right,
be
Yes.
Terry.
reading.
She
Yeah.
doesn't deserve the energy.
No,
She is an
over here.
energy vampire, and
Yes,
that's what she's doing. Every time she posts and she pokes at us, she's trying to get a reaction so she can feed.
isn't it terrible that she went after a woman like you after yesterday's? That's like heartless. So go where you're appreciated. And guess what? You are appreciated. And you are a part of a community. And we don't think bullshit things. We don't say those things. We don't talk to them. They know nothing on this side.
Well,
Okay, so
and you know what? I don't think there will ever be a point where we all become a bunch of backbiting bitches.
yeah. Now
If we have
we
a
might
problem, we're going to talk about it and work it out. We're going to solve the issue.
adulting. Yes, it's called adulting.
But we're
Yes.
not going to do the ugly, nasty crap that they do. And
You know what? Maybe we can lead by example. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to lead by example.
well, you can call it what you want to call it if you want to be PC and nice about it.
No, I want to be better
But
than
I
them.
don't care to lead, guide, or follow. I care about us all doing our own thing and being in the best possible headspace and
Amen.
emotional state, and have this be a safe place for us to come together, and anybody else
Yes.
besides I don't give a damn if one of them came crawling on their knees. I am sorry, but I could not support any of them being allowed into this community.
You know what? And I'll tell you what. I think my daughter is around that age, and if she ever talked to someone like that, I'd smack her. That's
My
respect
daughter
your elders.
knows. Her teeth would be somewhere else.
You respect your elders. If nothing else, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything. If you have
be
nothing
quiet.
to say, don't say anything. So
And it's
hopefully,
taken a lot for my daughter to get to that point, because my daughter does not like to hear somebody disrespect her mother.
I know. So let's keep our daughters out of it.
Oh, I
And
don't
it's
talk to my daughter about it because no, if you notice, I don't bring.
I
When have
know.
I shown my son?
You
My
don't.
son's been home since before Christmas.
And you can brag on your kids all you want. That's what mamas do.
Guess what? I show my dogs. I show my cats. I show people why. Come on, I don't care if you dox me. What are you
Yeah,
going to
okay.
do to me?
We don't want that though. We don't.
No, we don't want it, but
Chris, you're good. You're working too hard. Don't slide back. Just don't. Don't let them do it,
No.
please.
no, I'm not. They're not worth it.
Exactly. And if you need me to
Y'all
tell
have
you,
helped me realize how to pull myself out of the darkness and step back over into the light, because there really is light there.
yeah,
She
so
pulled triggers today.
yeah.
She
You
really
reacted.
did. She pulled triggers, and it means so much to me that you and Terry realize that, hey, this is starting to happen to someone again, and this shit's got to stop.
We all did. When I was on the phone with B actually wanted to be the first one, but she was so exhausted, emotionally exhausted.
No, when you talk to her, you tell her, I completely understand.
But we were on the phone with B, and B's like, no.
And tell her that's because my heart was hurting for her.
She'll appreciate
And then, I mean, no, she didn't say because you exist, but go play in traffic.
it was the same.
Don't they sound very similar?
Yes. The whole thing sounded very similar, and that's why we weren't going to let it go.
And yeah, I was like, oh no, like I said, she pulled triggers, especially after B's last night, live last night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over here still grieving and being madder than hell for B. Like, how? And being so mad that I misjudged her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having those real life, grown, adult ass woman realizations.
That's good. But if you don't learn something every day, then something's wrong. I learn shit every day.
If you refuse to learn something every day, something's wrong. And you might as well dig that hole, lay yourself in it, and stay there.
Yes, life is
because you're stagnating. You're a waste of space, oxygen. You're stagnant.
Yeah.
But just remember, Chris, if you read things like that again, they don't speak for everybody.
I'm not gonna read them again.
Okay, I mean,
I have nothing. I don't care what she has to say.
Okay, it's best to do that. But if you happen to see something and you want to react, like she doesn't.
No, you know what? I'm gonna think about my friends over here and how would they hope that I was gonna handle this situation.
And reach out to us like you did.
Yeah.
We'll look
That's what I'm gonna do. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna think about my friends here and how they would be hoping Chris would handle that situation.
Do you have Instagram?
No, I don't do. This is the only, Facebook is really my only social media.
Okay. So I was gonna say on no Discord.
I don't that's do okay. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not techie. Everybody's like, Chris, the channel. I'm like, whoa, hold on. What is everybody talking about? I didn't even know I have it. What are y'all talking about? Like, I'm just a lady who was watching some videos and saw Tara live one day and pressed a button.
Okay, we can. Terry Lynn, you think you and me I think we can explain to her how to like just set up a basic Instagram so we can have phone calls. You think we can do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
We can walk you through setting up Instagram. It's free, it's safe. You only give it to who you want. And we can call each other through Instagram and you don't see each other's phone numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
really,
That's really cool.
yes, it's really
My
safe.
daughter-in-law is very familiar with Instagram, so I can probably
Yes,
get her to help me set one up in the morning.
yes,
Yes.
set
Yeah.
one up. And if you just look up Terry Lynn, Chicago 773, you don't even have to add us. Just look at it, push the button that says call, or if you want to FaceTime, and it'll ring my phone.
No, I'll definitely look for it, but my name will not come up like it does here.
Make it, make it,
It's going to be Susie Who.
make it Susie Who. Yes.
It's going to
Yes.
be Susie Who.
I will accept a call from Susie Who. Yes. Like Brooke says, it's a way to communicate privately. Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, make it Susie Who, and we'll know it's you, right, Terry Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for this.
Ladies, I so appreciate all of you, even the ones in the chat that I can't see and probably haven't even thought to respond to. I want y'all to know how grateful and thankful that I am for allowing me the grace to make the mistakes that I made and accept me back to see and find out who the real Chris is. Because she's a pretty cool chick, and I'm not going to ever let anybody convince me that that's not the case anymore.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Good. And
So
remember,
thank
we're
y'all
here.
all for rallying and supporting me.
Of course.
That's
Of
that's
course.
that's all I can say is thank you. And I adore you all.
We adore you too, or
And
otherwise we wouldn't be
yes,
here.
we do. And so do many in the chat.
We only want to go up from here. We don't want to go down or backwards. I don't even want to go sideways.
No, let's
I
build
only
it.
want to go forward or up.
Let's build it and go forward. I agree with you.
We got to support each other. No matter if we just know each other from the chat or whether we have closer relationships than that, we all have to give each other the same support and loyalty.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
So if there's ever a point that anybody needs anything and they just need to reach out, I'm available. I don't know how the hell I'll figure it out,
We'll
but
make an Instagram and we'll let everyone know.
you
Have
know
your
what I
daughter-in-law.
mean? I'll get an Insta made, and if there's anybody that ever needs me, just know I'm here for every single person that is within this community.
That's right. Susie, who is on the job.
Susie, who has got a clue
All
that
right.
is
You
only a freaking owl hooing at me, and I'm
have
tweaked
to
out.
Susie, who you have to. That's the best story ever.
Dude,
Okay,
it will
ladies,
be.
my
It will only
eyelids are
be
really
Susie
heavy.
who. I told you it was gonna be hilarious.
It was good. All righty.
Like,
I'm out. Good night,
everybody,
everybody.
let's get out like shout. Everybody who's cold, crawl in your nice warm beds.
Yeah. So
I'm
okay, we'll talk
freezing
tomorrow.
terribly. I'm here in about 73-degree weather right now.
You know what?
Mm.
It's 17 degrees outside and it's still snowing. So
Oh my God, I
make
would
your
die. I would look like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. What are you talking about? That's how y'all would find me.
Why do you think I'm not on camera?
Jeez.
Make the Insta tomorrow with your daughter-in-law and hit me and Terry Lynn up, okay?
I'm gonna work on that ASAP. I gotta get up early in the morning too, because she's an early bird.
Me too, apparently, because I'm going shopping early in the morning.
Ah,
Alrighty.
me and her did that this afternoon.
Okay.
I bought a
Terry,
lot of
thank
grandbaby
you.
stuff.
Oh, nice. We talk later. We have to go sleep now.
Okay,
night,
night night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone. Thanks,
Good night,
everyone in the
everyone.
chat, for
Kisses and
joining us.
Terry, thank you for letting me on panel. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening. I know you have little ones and lives are hard for you. Thank everybody that came here.
Yep,
I love
will.
y'all.
And we love you too, Chris. Have a good
Y'all have a
night.
good night.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.